And that's why, in June, we concluded the new EU-Canada Security and Defence Partnership to advance Canada's participation in the European Security Initiative and Rearm Europe plan. This will give us better access to European defense partners for our needs, and it will give our defense suppliers greater opportunities to help meet Europe's needs. We are also in the process of creating a new defense procurement agency to move quickly and get our armed forces the equipment they need, when they need it. Our investments in defense will expand Canada's industrial capacity so we can equip the Canadian Armed Forces using Canadian steel, Canadian aluminum, Canadian critical minerals, Canadian cyber capabilities, and Canadian lumber. Canada's new government recognizes that our military infrastructure and equipment have aged, hindering our military preparedness. We acknowledge that only one of our 4 submarines is seaworthy and that less than half of our maritime fleet and land vehicles are operational. So we are modernizing our military equipment and technology, building up our own defense and security industries, and diversifying our international defense partnerships. With investments of over $9 billion this year, Canada will reach our 2% of GDP NATO pledge half a decade ahead of schedule. We will further accelerate our investments in the years to come. At the NATO summit earlier this year in The Hague, the minister and I announced Canada's intention to meet the new defense investment pledge of 5% of annual GDP over the next decade, by 2035. To put that into context, our total spending on defense and security will quadruple by the end of this decade compared to 2023 to 2024 levels. Today, Mark Carney sent a message, not just to Canadians, but to the world. Speaking from CFB Trenton, he outlined a vision for Canada's security that marks a clear break from the past. For decades, Canada and the United States defense strategy leaned heavily on each other. They were the ultimate security partners. But Carney's words today made it clear. In a world growing more dangerous and unpredictable, Canada must move from reliance to resilience. That means charting our own course, building new alliances, and ensuring we can stand on our own when it matters most. He spoke of a dangerous and divided international order. Russia emboldened, China more assertive, the Arctic melting, and threats advancing at a speed we've never seen before. Then came the pivot, strengthening defense ties with Europe. The new EU-Canada Security and Defense Partnership means Canadian suppliers will help rearm Europe, and Europe will, in turn, help Canada. This isn't just about making new friends. It's about diversifying our alliances so we're not caught in the crossfire of U.S. political shifts. Just days ago, President Donald Trump slapped a 35% tariff on Canadian goods, and Carney made it clear that those same Canadian materials, steel, aluminum, and critical minerals, will now go into equipping our own forces. It's a masterstroke, a trade blow turned into a national security advantage. We are living in an increasingly dangerous and divided world. The international order built after the Second World War and reshaped after the Cold War is under pressure. Russia is emboldened. China is more assertive. The long-held belief that Canada's geographic location will protect us is becoming outdated. Our Arctic waters are increasingly open, and there have been rapid advances in cyber, artificial intelligence, quantum technology, and advanced missile capabilities. Climate change is making our country more vulnerable. The Arctic is melting, and our wildfires and floods are more frequent and devastating. These are all threats the Canadian Armed Forces respond to. They keep our people and communities safe through major disasters. For example, this summer, Canadian forces have helped communities in Saskatchewan. This was today's important update. We want to make it absolutely clear that our videos never include any kind of misinformation. Canadian Nexus is dedicated to bringing you verified and trustworthy news from across Canada, from politics to society and everything in between. If you value truth and facts, you're in the right place. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Canadian Nexus channel. Thank you.